I'm Helene Farrar. I am a working professional artist in this area, and I am currently the president of the board of directors. So the Harlow has been around since 1957. It started off with a small exhibition at the Augusta City Hall. It moved to Hallowell and it formed this it was purchased just down the road from here. For about 30 years, 40 years, it was a volunteer-based organization.
I've been a member of the Harlow I've been a member artist of the Harlow for several years. I can't remember how many now, maybe 20 something. But I've been on the board for only 2 years. So I was asked to join the board after we moved to this new location just about 2 years ago.
There is a definite desire in Hallowell for artistic expression and involvement in art and craft.
Hallowell is just so supportive of the arts in general. It's for a small city of 2,000 people. There's a tremendous amount of support for the arts.
I moved to Hallowell when I was 5. It was 1979 with my parents from New York City. And my mom was an artist. She quickly became involved with the Harlow, and she was on the board and was she would gallery sit, and she worked here, ran shows, and I was always here with her. We were in Hallowell for about 5 years. I ended up growing up and moving to Farmington, but I came back and started getting involved with the Harlow. I was a professor at UMA teaching drawing and painting and so on, and we had an exhibition called The Women of UMA, and it was all the women faculty there. And I started getting involved here, and it was great because I actually didn't know anybody in town, even though I was teaching at the college, and I quickly started meeting people, and I have some of my bestest art friends are actually from my early days of being in the figure drawing group that we have here that still exists on Sunday nights.
Well, the Harlow is important to me because as a former art teacher, particularly in this town at Halldale, first elementary, middle school, and then high school, I was able to, or the students, I should say, were able to show their work on a yearly basis, which was just a fabulous opportunity for all the students. And it's a great way for us to showcase the work of the kids and what we're doing with them.
And I think the workshops are something that I certainly hope we will be able to, build on and expand. People always ask people, are you an artist? Like there's a yes or no. Are you an athlete? Well, I jog. No. I mean, am I an artist? I've decided I'm gonna say yes because I classify myself as a weekend dabbler. I do some watercolor. I've done some printmaking. I think I do some pretty good photography. I appreciate art. I collect art. I do a lot of art. So am I an artist? Sure.
This is a piece that I did. I've done the same scene several times. It's a scene in Perugia, Italy. I was splitting part of my time in Italy because we own a house there. And of course, once this pandemic hit, I haven't been able to go. So it's been just about a year since I've been there. And so instead of being there, actually, I just continue to paint some of the scenes that were really important to me when I was there.
Yeah, our current show is The Heart of Hallowell. It's featuring artists with a strong connection to Hallowell or local artists.
And it was an opportunity for us to actually open the gallery rather than having the shows be just online. Helene and I came and hung the show, cleaned up the place pretty quickly, and we have a broad collection of art in the show from area young and old artists, and so it's a really nice range.
And it was amazing. At drop-off, I had people come in who said they hadn't actually been anywhere during the pandemic. I had a young man who came in who was tearful. He was so happy to show his work and to go somewhere. And then we have a show that Scott Minzy is putting together, a printmaking show in January. So we're sort of backtracking some of the shows that we kind of lost in the spring, and we're working on our exhibition calendar for next year.
The Harlow's mission is to connect community and art and artists. And when you have a pandemic that requires that you cannot connect, there are real problems. You know, how do we encourage artists to be not just people who might put a piece of art in the show, but volunteer at the Harlow, to come in and say, I will cover a shift at the Harlow because this organization means something to me.
When I think about how people can support the Harlow, I think about how is it that we support all the important things in our community. You know, I think about what restaurants do I want to have here when this pandemic is over. I go eat there. I do takeout, you know. So I think about with the Harlow, how can I support this organization so it can weather this storm? Very quickly, you can go right to harlowgallery.org, and there's a support page, and you can give us money through your credit card or PayPal right there. It's very easy to do. You can make sure that your membership has been renewed. We're about to do membership renewals to remind people. So if you get that in the mail, send your membership renewal, and it's very simple. And also just come in, come see what's going on. We have a beautiful craft shop that features over 30 local craft people. Buy things for gifts and give those away, and come and support the local artists that are here in the show. We've sold 4 pieces already since last week, so you can come and do that. It supports the artists and it supports the gallery. I think that when people in the community are really engaged and really have a sense of ownership of what they're doing, there is a stronger, more meaningful connection for them. They're realizing that when their toes are in, when their heart is in something, they're realizing how much stronger the connection is to the community.
And I think at this point, what we have to do is help them define what it means and why is it important to you to have the Harlow here.
I feel like the Harlow is really going to come back. We're going to be stronger. We're trying to just get through this time period. We have limited hours. We're only open on Saturdays right now. I feel very optimistic about things here.
This organization does mean something to the people in Hallowell.